Hi guys, so welcome to my third episode of Talkative Thursday. So in this episode I'm going to be talking about foundations, like all around, just like the oil-based, silicone-based, water-based, just the difference between them. So I hope you like this video. So first, there are three different types of foundations that I know of, and I know of the oil-based foundation, water-based, and the silicone-based, and they also are all liquid foundations. So oil-based is basically, it kind of adds oil into drier skin, and water-based is basically, it helps to hydrate your skin and kind of add more like hydration into it. And then silicone-based is basically usually tend to be more of a thicker consistency. It has like covers more coverage, but it also is really cloggy. Like it clogs your pores really easily, which is really like strange because for some people, if you use a silicone-based foundation, you can tend to have breakouts. So say if you use clean and clear foundations, which are water-based, and then you move to more of an expensive foundation, which tend to be more silicone-based, like let's say Makeup Forever brands. So if you use a Makeup Forever brand after that, and then you say, why is my skin breaking out? Is it just this product? It's probably because it has a really high trace of silicone in it, which can tend to clog your pores. So yeah, so basically for water-based, since it's common science, if you have a water-based foundation, then you use a sponge to apply that foundation. What happens to a sponge when you put water on it? It absorbs all that water, and that's basically what it will do to your foundation. It'll absorb most of your foundation. So if you're like me, I used a water-based foundation before I knew what they were with a sponge, and then I got bored of the sponge and decided to cut it. You'll see like the inside of the sponge, it will be covered in foundation, and this is why I searched up why did that happen, and that is how I discovered the difference between like water, oil, and silicone-based foundations. So with water-based, you can use your fingers or you can use brushes like these to apply your foundation, and that's how you'll get the best effect. But with silicone or oil, you can basically use whatever you like: sponges, fingers, brushes, anything really. So in silicone foundations, obviously silicone is a primary ingredient, and you can look at the back of the labels and usually they'll say like it has anything with silicone or anything basically with the cone at the end of it. Usually it will be a silicone based foundation, or you can just check, like you can search up your foundation on the internet and it will tell you whether it's oil, water, or silicone based. Cosmetics actually do have a form of silicone in it, so that was a big surprise to me, so you know guys. So basically also silicone, like I said before, it will feel really heavy on your skin, but it'll give a really nice coverage. So basically a lot of silicone foundations are like MAC, Makeup Forever, NARS, basically like really high quality Sephora brands you'll find like silicone, but also like you can get Fit Me by Maybelline or Revlon, they can also be silicone too. So a big surprise to me was these foundations, which are by the Clean brand, are water-based foundations, and it says like oil control and sensitive skin, so you'd think it's like different. I don't even know, like they have dry skin too, so you'd think it's oil-based, but no, it's water-based, which is good because it kind of gives you a cleaner foundation. I guess that's why it says clean on it, because it gives you a cleaner look, but it's not as heavy. So I actually love these foundations, and I would totally recommend it for like teenagers or younger girls who are just starting with makeup, because it's better to use like a lighter foundation than a really heavy cakey one. So everyone has their own different skin types, and now there's also different foundations for your skin types. Like if you go to the CoverGirl brand, it will say like on it oil control or sensitive skin or normal skin, which is great, but most brands don't do that. So if you're like me and have combination skin, it can be really tricky to determine which foundation you use. But what I do is I put a primer around my oily spots on my face. It's just like my nose, forehead, and chin. So I put a primer right here that's silicone based, and then I use my water-based foundation all over my face, because right here is dry and right here is really dry too, and kind of sensitive up here too. So I just use my water-based foundation, and I like to use the sensitive one by Clean Clear just for all over my face, and I use Laura Mercier foundation primer which has silicone in it. So that is what I use, and it kind of gives me a more solid look. So if you have dry skin, an oil-based foundation is really good for you because it'll add more oil into your skin and make it look like kind of evens it out too. But if you do have dry skin, you should probably put a moisturizer before you put your foundation on, but wait like 10 to 20 minutes to let it soak in so your foundation won't like slide. If you have normal skin, you are so lucky because you can basically use anything you really like. It depends on the coverage or the overall look you want. So if you want more of a matte foundation that covers everything, silicone is your way to go. And if you want a lighter one which covers some things but doesn't look really well overdone, you can use a water-based or oil-based foundation. So another really big thing is to have a winter and summer foundation. So this is what I have. So that's all for now for this Talkative Thursday video. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry it was a little longer. I just tend to talk more about foundations because when I learn stuff, I want to share it with you guys. So I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please comment below. I would love to know that I helped you. And yeah, so I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!